Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is currently January 3rd, okay, 2025, and in today's video I will be making pasta. We're going to be making pasta again, but this time it's not going to be tomato, it's going to be Alfredo. So let's get into it. So I got all my ingredients. I have my pasta, my seasoning, my sauce, onions, and everything. And so first, we're gonna put water, oil, and salt in this pot, and then we're gonna boil it, and then we're gonna boil the pasta. So first, I'm just gonna take the olive oil and the Himalaya salt. Usually I use sea salt, but because I'm not home, this is not my house, it's my aunt's house, and she doesn't have sea salt, I'm going to be using Himalaya salt instead. And so you're just going to do that, put it in the pan like that. It's gonna add some nice taste to the pasta, okay? So I added some salt, and I'm gonna add a little bit of oil into the pan like this. Okay, that's a little bit too much, but usually I put a little bit, and now we're going to put some water. Okay, now that I put the water in the pot, I'm just gonna mix it, make sure that the oil and then the salt is nicely stirred in so the water really gets all of that. And now I'm just going to put it on the pan, and we're going to let that boil, and then we're gonna put the pasta in it. Okay, so let me just do this and put it here, and you want to put it on medium. So let's put it on medium. Where is it? Okay, there, put it on medium on number 4. Now we're gonna let that sit for a couple minutes. And so usually while that's boiling, I like to cut my onions or my garlic, but in this case I'm gonna cut some onions for the sauce. And so obviously you're going to peel your onion, you're going to remove the skin, and then you're going to wash it, you're going to rinse it, and then we're going to get to cutting. Okay, so now that I've peeled the skin, the layers, it's time to rinse, and then it's time to cut. So let me just rinse this real quick. Okay, now that I've rinsed it, I'm putting it on the cutting board, and take a good knife. As you can see, I got a nice knife here. Okay, my auntie, she got them good knives, okay? And because this knife ain't sharp, I'm going to like sharpen it up. So like so. Yes, be professional. Yes, be careful, because this is dangerous, okay? So I'm just gonna do it that a good few times to sharpen it so I can really cut into the onion like that. Ooh, you gotta be careful with that. Okay, so after I, sharpen the knife, it's time to cut my onion. So I'm just gonna cut the sides off like that. Cut this side off as well. Obviously y'all can't see, but I'm cutting the onion. I'm gonna cut it like that. And then I like to cut the middle. And then I like to keep one piece and leave it to the side, just in case I'm going to use it later for a different dish. And now I'm going to cut the onions into pieces. I am not a professional, okay? I'm not Gordon Ramsay, so bear with me, okay? And so I'm just going to cut these onions, and I'm going to chop it into little pieces like this. Clearly y'all can see, but I'm cutting the onion, looking over the water to see if it's boiling. It's not really boiling, so I'm gonna put it at 6 like that. Make sure that when you wash your onions, you wash it really well, because if you don't, when you're gonna be cutting, you're going to start crying. Your eyes are going to start watering, so wash it well. Okay, so I'm just cutting all these onions like that, and the rest I'm going to put in the fridge. And now I'm just gonna clean my workstation because it's a little messy. And then, yo, my eyes started to water because I didn't wash it properly. But once I clean everything, we're gonna put the pasta to boil. Okay, Okay, so while the pasta is cooking, I have chicken on the side because we're going to be eating it with chicken. And I currently defrosted, and so now I'm going to wash and season the chicken. Yes, you have to wash the chicken. I don't care if you think that boiling it is going to kill the bacteria. That's not going to work. So you need to wash your chicken, and you need to wash it thoroughly, okay? And so we're going to wash this chicken, and we're going to season it. So take this. We're just going to dump all the water. And now we're going to wash it thoroughly, so this won't take a little bit of time. Okay, so now that I've washed the chicken thoroughly, I'm going to cut it. So basically, I take the chicken and I cut the middle like this. My mom actually taught me this method. I'm pretty sure you do that so the seasoning, the chicken can absorb the seasoning. So I'm just gonna take every single one. I'm just gonna cut a nice hole, just slash it like that. And every single piece of chicken, like so. I'm just gonna cut it, and then once I'm done cutting every single one of it, I'm going to season it. And usually when I'm at home, I obviously season my meats, I season my chicken, but it's a very simple, easy process, and they don't have all the seasonings that I have at home. Theirs are a little bit more fancy, so I'm going to be using that, okay? I just have a few left, so just cut in the middle, like so, like that, just making sure each and every one is cut in the middle. Like that. Just cutting it. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm done. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so now that I've cut all the chicken, it's time to season it. Okay, so we use Vegeta to season everything. And so obviously we're using a Vegeta, so I'm just gonna put it like that. Really make sure you season it well so it gets all that flavor and so it tastes good and not bland. And now I'm gonna use some paprika. I also use paprika at home, so I'm gonna put some smoked paprika like that. And then this is new. We don't have parsley flakes or bay leaves at home. Instead, I'll use black pepper. And so we're gonna use some parsley flakes, but not too much, because I feel like when you use seasoning, I feel like it overpowers the food, and then the food doesn't really taste well because there's too much seasoning. So when you season, make sure you do it in like a good quantity, and just don't overdo it, or else when you eat the food, it's going to taste like seasoning. It's going to taste too overpowering, and I don't like that, so I do it generously. And now we're gonna put some bay leaves. I'm gonna put a little bit because I don't know how this tastes. Like that. And then I'm going to put some Maggi, a little bit of Maggi or Maggi, whatever it's called. I also use this at home, like that. And then I'm going to put garlic and ginger paste. I also use that at home, and I also use it to season everything. And so I'm just gonna get a spoon, and we're gonna put it in here. Okay, I got the ginger and garlic paste. I have a spoon. I'm just gonna put like this much in it. I'm also going to use a little bit in the pasta, so we're going to leave that here on the side, like so. And now I'm going to mix it with my hands to make sure the seasoning really gets everywhere into the chicken. So I like to spread everything first. I just spread everything, and then we will mix it like this. I just spread it, I mix it around, I toss and I turn it. I really like to get it in there. I like to get my hands dirty, get to really put it in there so the chicken, each and every piece gets the seasoning and everything's all good. I'm just gonna mix it like this, turn it around, swish it. You know, just grab it like this, mix it. And after I season my meat and chicken or whatever, I let it sit for about an hour so it actually absorbs, you know, the seasoning and everything. And then once I let that sit, I'm going to check on the water and we're going to start boiling the pasta. So I'm just gonna finish mixing it like that. And now that I'm done mixing it, I'm gonna rinse my hands and we're gonna go check on the pasta. Okay, so off camera, I checked the temperature of the water and I already put the pasta in and I've been mixing it and checking up on it. And so now we're just gonna check on the pasta and see if it's ready. If it's not ready, we're gonna let it simmer and boil. If it is, we're going to strain it in the strainer and then we're gonna start with the sauce. So with this medieval spoon, I'm going to be mixing and then I'm going to be tasting to see if the pasta is ready. So let's just mix it like that. Oops, okay. Then I'm gonna put some cold water and I'm gonna see if this is ready. Oop, okay, that fell. So we're gonna get another one. Okay, let me get a new one. Okay, now it's time to taste. It's a little hard, so I'm gonna let it simmer and boil for a few more minutes, and then after that we're gonna strain it. Then we're gonna start the sauce, my favorite part. As the pasta is boiling, I'm going to be putting the chicken in the air fryer to air fry. And yeah, so let's do it. So I'm just gonna put it in both so it goes quicker and faster. And there is currently air frying, and then after 20 minutes I'm going to flip it over. And so now we're just going to be mixing our pasta, making sure that it's nice and mixed, and I'm going to check and see if it's ready this time. So I'm going to put it in cold water again, and then I'm going to see if this is ready this time. So that's ready. So now it's time to strain it, and because I don't want to burn my hands, I'm going to use a tablecloth towel thing, whatever it's called, and we're going to strain the water. So now that it's strained, what I like to do is I like to dry the inside of the pot because water and oil, you know, don't mix. And so I'm just going to clean it, make sure there's no water. There's no water left. And now I'm going to be putting the olive oil in the pot, like so. Okay, that was a little too much. Now we're just gonna let it simmer on the pan. And once it simmers, we're going to put in our onions, let that, you know, do its thing, and then we do the seasoning and the sauce. Just gonna put that on 4. Actually, I'm gonna put it on 3. Now I just put an onion to test and see if the oil is hot. It's not hot yet. So I'm gonna put it slightly hot. Okay, now as you can see, you can hear the whole sizzling. The onion is starting to sizzle, so I'm going to go put a few in here to see if it's actually ready. And yeah, it's ready, and I'm gonna put all my onions into the pan. So like this. And I'm gonna mix it. And I like to mix it and leave it until it's like golden, crispy brown. So let's just mix. Sometimes I put seasoning, sometimes I don't. So this time I'm going to season the onions with some parsley or bay leaves. We're going to season it with bay leaves, just a little bit. Like that. And then I'm going to just mix it and leave it until it's crispy brown. Put it on low because I don't want it to like heat up, because I don't want it to explode in my face. So let's just mix it. And I'm just going to leave that to sit, and then once it's done, I'm going to put the Alfredo sauce, and then I'm going to season the Alfredo sauce. A little water sip, water break, because I'm dehydrated. And also, let's not talk about the state of my hair. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Okay, I've been chilling. I've been relaxing, and it's been so rejuvenating. And therefore, I did not have time to look good because I don't care, and I'm tired. And it's the break. Like, I just want to chill. Okay, so now it's starting to get crispy. Like I like it. It's starting to get crispy, and so I'm going to put the Alfredo sauce like this. I'm going to put the Alfredo. Obviously, you're going to stir, you're going to mix. Make sure that the oil and the onions are mixed thoroughly with the sauce. And then what I usually do, because there's still some Alfredo left in the whatever this is called, I'm going to put some milk. I put a little bit of milk in here, like that. Ooh, that was a little bit too much. Put some milk. I'm gonna close the cap. I'm gonna shake it so all the Alfredo that's left can really get, swished with the milk. And now we put it in the pan, the pot, or whatever it's called. Like that. So we mix it thoroughly, like so. I'm gonna put it at 3/4-ish. And now my favorite part, we're going to season it. So we're going to season it with vegeta again, with some vegeta, like so, making sure I season it well so there's actually some taste. And then some smoked paprika. A little bit of bay leaves because we already used it, but we're going to put a little bit. And then we're going to be adding some parsley flakes, like those, some Maggi. YouTube better not copyright me with the music that's playing in the background. Okay, now I'm going to add some garlic and ginger paste. I'm not going to put a lot, I'll put a little bit, like so. Like that. And now I'm going to mix this. Just mixing it thoroughly. And then after that, I'm just going to taste and to see and make sure that it's nicely seasoned. And then I'm just going to let the sauce simmer, thicken up, After that, we're going to add pasta and mix. And I'm going to be adding some Parmesan. And then, I have to check on the chicken. There's currently 12 minutes left. I'm I'm going to go check and see if it's nice and crispy, if the color changed or whatever. But I'm going to let it, sit the full 12 minutes and then I'm going to flip it. So now let's just taste the sauce. See if I have to add anything. Let me put it again. That's really good. I'm a genius in the kitchen, okay? One thing about me, I can cook and bake. Okay, let me just add a little bit more vegeta because I feel like it's missing a little bit of flavor. So let's add a little bit of that. Let's mix it. And let me taste it again. Okay, just mix it like so. After I ate, this is delicious. Oh, this sauce by itself is really magnificent. Now with the pasta, I was going to eat so bad. So now I'm just going to let the sauce thicken up and I'm going to go check on the chicken. The sauce has thickened up. It's time to put the pasta in the pan, whatever pan, bowl. It's time to just put it in there. We're gonna shake because it's a little bit dry, a little bit clamped up, and we're gonna put it in here. Gotta be careful that it doesn't, the sauce, explode on you. So I'm just gonna put it on there like that. I'm just gonna mix it into the sauce. Ooh, this is thick and it's creamy and it's rich. I feel I ate so bad, and it's like. Usually at home, I cook, right? I obviously cook at home. And my cooking at home is amazing. And so when I'm not at home and I cook in another place, it's not my house, I feel like my cooking is horrible. When I'm outside of my house, I just feel like it's trash. But for once, my cooking outside of my house is phenomenal. It already looks delicious. I can tell it's gonna taste so good. Woo! I did my big one. Okay, this looks really, really good. This looks amazing. I'm gonna add the rest of the pasta. I'm gonna just put everything in there. And I'm gonna mix and add some Parmesan. I'm just gonna use this because the sides are hot. So I'm just gonna mix it on low heat because we don't want it to burn. So I'm just going to mix it like so. Make sure it really gets into the sauce. Making sure it's really coated into the sauce, that every single piece of pasta is submerged in the sauce, basically drowning in the sauce. Okay, like that. I'm gonna add a teeny tiny little bit of vegeta. Because I feel like sometimes when you put pasta and you mix the sauce in, sometimes the pasta won't really get the seasoning or the flavor or the taste. So I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm not going to put a lot because I don't want it to taste extremely salty. I'm just going to put some vegeta like this. Sprinkle it around a little bit. Like so. I'm just going to put it over there. Now let me mix this. Just mix it. Like so. That looks really good. Okay, so now I'm going to put some paprika. I'm going to put some paprika, just sprinkle it on there. Like so. And then I'm going to mix the paprika, with the pasta. And my work here is done, my job is done, the Alfredo pasta looks magnificent, it is ready. And now I'm just going to chip on the chicken, and then I will be showing y'all how the pasta and the chicken looks together. Okay, so the pasta is done and the chicken is done, and I'm going to be showing you the delectable, delicious meal I just made. Ooh, wait, you see this? Hello, let me do a little closer. This is the close-up. Like, hello, that looks so good. I fear I did my big one. This literally looks like, it looks like perfection. It looks like somebody made this at a 5-star Michelin star restaurant. Like, this looks amazing. It looks so good. And let's taste. Always gotta pray before you eat. And so now let's taste the food. The pasta, 10 out of 10. This is literally the best Alfredo pasta I've ever made. This spectacular, delicious. Now let's taste the chicken. Spectacular, spectacular. This whole meal, 10 out of 10. This whole meal could make somebody fall in love with you. This whole meal could bring back the dead. It's just that good. I fear I've outdone myself. Like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm so shocked at how delicious this meal is. Will I be taking a second plate? Yes, maybe a third. Why? Because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. I'm so proud. Like, this is so good. And so on that note, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment down below, like and subscribe, and see y'all next time. Bye bye.
You can trust in me. I can. You said